Heyo, what up? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Yet again, the webkit. Okay, this time I did it right, I swear. My camera was not working with OBS. Go figure. I'll try to update OBS later today and see if it'll work tomorrow. But you can just trust him as beautiful as always. Hope you guys are doing well. What's up, Kevin? Good morning. What's up, Wookie? Ryan? Thank you. Jim, what's up? Eddie? Ready for another snooze fest? You talking about my stream or the market? Wookie? I always stream rollover. As long as I'm in the habit of streaming, I do it. Yeah, it looks like a VWAP open. So it might be a second day of no trading on this account. What's up? Where'd I leave off? Dan, how you doing? Rush, what's up? Grizz, there's Grizz. I believe you were missed by more than just me yesterday. Glad you're back. Hope you had a good vacay. What's up, John? Evan? Francisco? Jacob? The one time Dan is shirtless and his cam doesn't work. Insanity. Yeah. I am shirtless today. It's laundry day. I didn't have any clean shirts. I tried getting the camera to work. It wasn't working. What can I do about it? I tried throwing Grizz a bone here. Were you missed? Yeah, of course, Evan, you're missed. No one was making jokes. I mean, Steak from Jake Farm tried his best, but he's just one man. All right, gang. What do I even like today? I don't even know. Market's gonna open up here in about 5 seconds. Excuse me. Once again, did not sleep well. I'm very tired. I was wishing I wasn't streaming today because I just kind of wanted to sleep until like 8:30, you know? But hey, I'm doing it for you guys. Is this gap up even real, bro? Like, what are we even doing here? What is this? Oh, okay, no, that's that's my rollover. I knew that was wrong. Like I said, I'm tired. So I'm gonna ignore that. I feel like I normally roll over differently. I don't remember last closed or last close. Yeah, I'm tired, Eddie. Honestly, would anyone be that surprised if we gathered 200 points on nothing? Hard to be that surprised anymore with any of that. Back adjusted, yeah. What data provider do you use? Right now I'm connected through Apex, but sometimes I connect through I used to connect through TopStep, but I don't think they have that anymore. Sometimes my own Rhythmic account, so it's Rhythmic data. I think it's difference adjusted on Motowave. Yeah, that looks right. What's up, Parshov? How you doing? I was just looking for some zones, and then I got distracted with a rollover gap. Okay, I don't think there's really anything that interesting. Looks like maybe a supply zone up here. What's the market doing? VWAP retest here. Yeah, it's a VWAP open, which I'm gonna put that down in my notes. I think a lot of my red days are VWAP opens. So yeah. Simon, what's up? He said, hey Dan, I've been following a trading journey from the start. Major inspiration for my own trading journey. Nice. Hope you're doing hope your journey's going along pretty good. Grizz, were you did you travel for a vacation, or were you just taking a break from everything? There's a nice rejection there. Nice VWAP projection on down to PDL. Is that PDL? Can we get a pullback? I mean, the daily chart has been stacking blue candles. Just unbreakable, really. 2 hours away? Where'd you go? That's 2 hours away. South or north? I know you didn't go east. So Trey Fath, how you doing? Nah, cam's not working again today. San Bernardino? Oh. Festivals in San Bernardino? I don't even know about it. I was like, you're not going to San Bernardino in the summer. All right. Well, still kind of stalled out here at previous day low on NASDAQ. ES didn't quite get there. See if we can bounce on through VWAP now. Provide some nice chop to watch. Oh, there's a yes. ES is getting going down there to PDL now. What are you looking for in the DOM? Nothing. The order entries are here with the brackets and everything, so I don't actually really look at the DOM, but if you ever want to place like stop or limit orders, you can do it on the DOM. I'm generally not using it at all. It's a NASDAQ DOM is a bit too chaotic. I prefer a heat map. It's a lot better visual. It looks pro for the YouTube shorts. What if I just did like Robin Hood? Yeah, that motive wave. That's a motive wave heat map right there. And now we are getting on through. That was PDH. Sorry, I couldn't read it right. PDH, my bad. A little sweep under PDH there. You want the heat map, but it's kind of outside your budget. Well, good news for you is there's at least 2 prop firms that can give you motive wave when you use when you sign up for their evals. One is Lucid Trading. The other is, I think it's Funding Futures Network. Parshab, you're here, right? You can correct me. Is it Funding Futures Network? And that's a way to get free heat map, or at the cost of the eval. Gains Hunter, what up? Do you mind if I ask if you've ever used Stratify Instant Funding? I have. I just did a documented series trading it, and I'm trading it right now actually over here in Tradeovate. I don't like the consistency rule. 20% is a little tricky. So it is, you are looking for those base hits. But like if you don't want to, like let's say price action is looking really good, there's sometimes when you just have a really good trading day and you're like, why was that really good trading day wasted in the eval? Sometimes you don't want to like just be sitting around in eval. So that's when I will pay a little extra and get the instant funding. So yeah, I have experience with it and I am trading it now. So it's a nice little VWAP projection, a little downtrend here to PDH. But again, I got to be extra cautious on VWAP opens because, as I mentioned, I think they are the source of many of my red days. So I don't want to get caught up. Yes, putting new lows there on that candle. PDH, I think it's messed up from the roll I rolled over 560 and a quarter or so. I don't even know if that's right. I hate rollover. I do. I always forget. It doesn't look to be. Let's see. Well, yeah, I think TradingView is saying the same thing. And PDL, I have like 24, 320. 320 is PDL, something like that. Hey, Humphrey, you started trading micros on a personal account because you're tired of prop firm rules. That's smart choice, I think. There's nothing more pure than just trading your own account, right? So I like that too. I like switching over to my personal account when I'm tired of worried about what hoops I gotta jump through with the firm. So I think it's definitely solid choice. G-Man, what up? It's been a while. Peter, how you doing? There's Evan. Evan says, I don't know, platforms have their advantages. The 90-10 split is really nice. On my personal account, I only get to keep around 50% of my gains. The rest goes to my girl. Terrible split. Solid, Evan. We missed you. This is why you gotta be in here every day. What's up, Andy? How you doing? Where have you been? You know, I got sick and then I took a couple weeks to just trade by myself, see how that would go. I like to check in trading, you know, without the stream, see if that's beneficial to me at all. In fact, without the stream, I was less patient. And for the most part, I had a lot of impatient trades. So I don't know. And in that case, the stream helps. All right. There's maybe some news or something. Nice volatile reaction there off the 66.80. What's up, Jacob? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Doing all right. Down we go. Stream pressure keeps you in check. Yeah, honestly. Did you get some profit on that drop, Grizz? Yeah, overnight lows are a couple points away here on NAS, and ES already swept its overnight lows. Nice job, Grizz. 525 for the day. Well done. Dan, 575 on the day. Nice. Great to make that early profit on a VWAP open. Get on out of here. Smart. Good work, everybody. Did I tell you, level 2 is included on Fun Features Network, even with the current offer. Nice. That's solid. Or hey, you're one tick off, take profit, and then it went to break even. Oh man, don't let it tilt you. That kind of stuff can tilt a man. So you got this. That is nothing you can do about that, really. I mean, that's just bad luck. Trend lines have been pretty spot on lately. I'm trying to do a trend line trader, I think. Still looks like we should continue to move lower here. Thinking 510s to 500 could be a good place to target if I was in short, maybe something like that is where I would look to take profit if I had not already. A lot of consolidation there yesterday. Miguel, you're trying along here at 535 on NAS. Best of luck. See if we can bottom out here. Still making music? Generally speaking, yes, but just not lately. But yeah, I mean, let's see, it's September. It'd be nice to get some tracks together before the end of the year. I just don't know if I'll have time. All right, let's see if this trend line can reject here. Maybe we pop through it a little bit. Maybe another move up to PDH again. I think there's still more opportunity to look for downside. What's up, Ola? How you doing? News about to drop? What do we got? What kind of news we got? I don't think we had much news today. Well, I just got funded after a year-long grind. Hey, congrats, man. I know what that's like. I know how good it feels. Well done. The Nice Guys, Parshav, yeah, I've seen that movie. That's the one with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe, right? It's a good movie. Is that what that one is? There's a couple movies with like similar sounding names, but I think that's that one. You're gonna tour with the band trading in the car. Well, that's not easy. So as far as news, we just had the housing market index. That's yellow folder news. Not really much of a mover for NASDAQ. Of course, tomorrow, you know, we have CPI. That's tomorrow. FOMC. Sorry, not CPI. FOMC tomorrow, which is, of course, everyone is, you know, expecting a rate cut, 25 basis points. Have you dabbled in AI assist tools for music? I was starting to. I don't think so. Not really. I think I'd still look for a short here. Wouldn't mind seeing a pop up though, because it seems like that would be give me a little bit better risk to reward. What's up, Jake? What'd you miss? Not much. I think the market's going to respond to the rate cut. I don't know. I mean, it's 25 basis points is priced in for sure. I don't think it's going to be anything other than 25 basis points. And obviously anything other than that would cause a reaction. So you know, I think it could chop, you know, with some volatility in either direction and just make it kind of hard to trade. As a rule, I don't trade FOMC. I don't even sit at my desk to be tempted to trade anymore. So I won't even look at it until like later in the evening or something. So, yes, again, putting in new lows. I'm turning into a trendline trader. What else is new? Objection on the FVG. This is your bread and butter setup. Was that 1 minute? The 1 minute FVG? You know I love 1 minute FVG for sure. Trend lines are great, and I think you use them in confluence with something else, right? You can't just use a trend line by itself. But when you use it in conjunction with other analysis, I think it's pretty solid. I mean, I took a few trend line trades on. I'm trading a futures desk account, and so yesterday I took a few. I had a pretty decent day over there, and those were versions of different trend line setups. This looks to me again like we'll get a little pop up higher and then continue on lower is what I'm looking for. Something to stop out anyone who's any late shorts. Looking for a little run there to stop them out. AK, I'm not in a trade yet. Nope. I have not taken a trade. Looking for first opportunity. Gonna see if I can get set up. All right, good. Here's the pop higher. I'm not sure we get all the way to PDH on this pop. My channel's buffering a lot today. Oh, yeah, my bitrate just dropped like crazy. It's almost dead. I know I talked to, I met up with this guy who's Tori's old manager. He said she was legit as far as what she represents, as far as I know. But I think I haven't checked. I don't watch her stuff, but I think she promotes some prop firms and she doesn't even day trade, right? Which I don't know. Seems weird. Evan, you've got jokes. Popeye's good. Do want to see if I can get some sellers smacking this back. Nice try, Tori's uncle. ES still staying at the lows here. Didn't really participate in this pop higher. I'm a little tempted to try a short here. VIX is looking pretty excited. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty good to the short side here. I just don't know if we're gonna get more of a pop that I should watch out for, or if this is it. It's always the question. I'm gonna try the short there. I think the 510s would be a nice target. Now I just need to see some follow through to the downside. That's the exact opposite of what that is. Exact opposite of fall through to the downside. Let's close heavy here. Not another buy up, please. I don't want to see that wick. You went through tiny trades that she took on live streams, crazy terrible stats. I don't think I've ever watched any of her stuff. Go. You don't really get why people brag about how much money they made on the internet trading. Doesn't make me be like, F yeah, I want to be like this individual. American culture is shocking like that. Well, I think most people that brag usually have something to sell you. There's a poke to 520. It's rare that you see somebody post massive gains without having something else to sell. So that's like their proof that, hey, quote unquote proof, you know, that I made a bunch of money and I can show you how. Or if you do what I do, you know, if you buy what I sell, you can do it too. All right. Well, came close to my target, 3.5, 4 points away. I think it does make sense to be at break even on this. I would be sad if we don't move any lower in the short term. But it does look like we could just kind of bottom out here and maybe move a little higher for the next, 30 minutes or whatever. So it's a good short. But I was looking for a little too much there, I guess. So, gonna be stopped out there for about break even, $20 total after commissions. But yeah, it was a nice drop there. I like that. It was about 24 points or so on that. It's a good little plan, and I think pretty good execution too. So I'm overall pleased with it. Wish I would have gotten paid on it though, of course. Are you going to watch the World Cup next year? I do not. No, probably not. I don't care. I just don't care. I'm not into it, and I'm not even going to pretend to be a fair weather fan, Switch here. Will this be another top tick stop out before the drop? I hope not. I hope not. That was the trade I just took, Mike, was my first trade, and that was a break-even stop. I really wanted to see us get down to this green box here. Nice little base from yesterday in the teens. So I was targeting 516. I was front running it a little bit. And we got down to 421 about. So let's see if we turn around here a little bit. Do you have a main strategy? I'm just scalping price action with key levels. There's a bunch of different setups I'll look for, not just one. All right. Let's see if we can get to VWAP now. 15-minute doji put in. Still doing update videos on your trading journey. If you want to watch, I mean, the most recent series I did was on YouTube Shorts. I think it was 6 videos. So if you head to my channel and look at the shorts, I was doing a Tradeify straight to funded little series. Nice and succinct. Yeah, if you want to be like Tori, she colors her trend lines too. You should try it out. This one should probably be a red trend line because it was going down. Make it a little thicker there. Ew. Okay. Maybe that's the secret. Is that in the course? Is that how you learn that? All right, keep an eye on the 30 or 50% retracement of this 30-minute bearish candle here. So that puts us at about 562 as a level to watch. So as a this little 50% retracements of nice bearish or bullish move can be helpful. Yesterday was the really solid level. So I'm gonna look again. We rejected PDH just now on Nasdaq, a few candles ago, and I'm gonna look for another test, a more cleaner test of that 50% retracement. At that point, we are just kind of like a stone's throw, about 8 points away from VWAP. Maybe that's in play too. What's up, Ducky? How you doing? Rob the dog, what up? It's been a minute. Yeah, it has. How you doing? I'm doing well, Rob. Thanks. Ducky, yeah, no, I took a break from streaming for almost a month. I'm back again. All right, here's what I'm looking for. Cleaner test of the 50% retracement. Maybe we get to VWAP too. What's up, Neil? It's going all right. Took one trade only. Shorted, looking for 516, bounced at 420, and I stopped out at break even. Ducky, been trying a new style of trading lately. Not so much swing trading, but support and resistance, looking for bigger moves / points. More points. How's it going? It's going well. All right. Nice PDH rejection again. 50% so far holding. been going well. Be able to accept losses more as it's more obvious the market is telling me I'm wrong. That's great, Lucky. Glad to hear it. Moving a bit here without me. What's Carmen doing today? He took a 9-point winner off, soon after the open. I think he's short right now as well. I could just like get in around the 48s. Might be a little comfier, but it's only 5 points difference. Yeah, I'll go ahead and throw a limit on. I'm not sure I'll get it or not. I think I'm going to look for 510 this time, 511. I'm going to take that order off for right now. I have a hard time entering on limit orders. I really like to just gauge price action at my area of interest. And sometimes it's worth it because it blows past it, and I'm glad I didn't short. Other times it rejects so fast I don't have time to get in. Okay. Alright, well, I wouldn't have gotten filled anyway, so not a big deal. Tom Hugard's back on YouTube, showing his trading sessions. Some wild trading he does, but he's making it work. Yeah. Yeah, he definitely can stomach a lot more drawdown than I'm used to. Excuse me. Dan will always be my favorite trader for introducing me to Tom. Glad to hear it. Did you ever get your internet figured out? No, I didn't. It's been fine, you know, lately. Except, you know, this stream, I guess, bit rate kind of got crushed a little bit every once in a while, but yeah, I don't know. Dan should get paid from Tom with all the advertising he's done. I know, right? Still no camera? No, it wasn't working this morning with OBS. I mean, OBS is so finicky, man. It's kind of obnoxious, but it's all right. Yeah, adding to winners is definitely that's like, I think, one of those tough humps to get over as a trader, to like develop, to get to the next level. Like where a lot of people will look to get out, the more experienced trader will look to add to the position. And that's just showing confidence in their analysis and their trade. And it's a lot harder to do when you're new. Okay. Well, not getting the break lower, so just kind of hanging out here. This is about where I was looking to get in with the limit order. But now, you know, looks like a higher low here. I don't have a lot of confidence in it at the moment. I think getting the sweep lower would be nice before moving higher. I think it could still work. But also a bounce here seems plausible as well. So lower confidence at this point, because all these wicks down here did not get the follow through yet. But maybe this is it. Maybe that's the entry. Maybe that limit would have been good. Are you trading the Tradify funded? Yes, I am. The Lightning account. Yeah. They have 40% off all accounts this week, except for the 150K Lightning. If you want to check them out, it's pinned at the top of the chat. Code Dan will support this channel. Can you show the P&L? It's right here. Total P&L is $19. I just took one trade and got knocked out at break even, so. Sorry, right there. Right there's where you want to look. How's your trading changed since becoming the funded trader series? Hard to say, honestly, just because I haven't watched those videos in a long time. But I've definitely become a more confident trader. I've definitely gotten better at reading price action and looking for like learning some of the characteristics of NASDAQ. That is like, it becomes one of those things that starts to feel like intuition when you start to see things that feel familiar, that you've seen before from all the screen time. So I think I've become a lot more confident of a trader. Who was the trader that used to be in the Discord? Was it Active Trader Society Joe? Was it Midnight? Oh. All right, here's a drop. Is your strat still heavily based on Carmine's strat? I don't think it's ever heavily based on his, really. He utilizes order flow more, zero prints, things like that. Whereas, I'm just not using that as much. But I do find we often look for similar things, and sometimes have almost identical entries, except his is on ES and mine's NASDAQ. Yeah, Joe dipped out a while ago. I think, I don't know if he's been here at all this year. I can't remember. It's kind of a blur. Yeah, he's definitely a mentor to me, for sure. But I mean, what I said yesterday was like, you kind of feel like everyone develops their own. You kind of combine like lessons you've learned from all these different people and kind of form your own strategy, your own view of the markets, etc. Well, I'd still love to see the drop into my green zone here, my magic Crayolas. I'd love to see that. I don't know if it'll happen or not, but I think it could be a little double bottom, higher low kind of situation. But I think that just the run lower first before the bounce would be better. You think you'll retry automation again? I was looking into it past like maybe a couple months ago. I was having a hard time getting finding the right software to do what I wanted to do. Are we just gonna bear flag like this and then drop to new lows? Is it gonna be that easy? You miss my music? I appreciate that. You can always put it on while you're trading without me. Whatever streaming platform you use, it's there. I'm tempted to short this, but I could easily get run over. It's a little late in the move. Where's my risk? In the 60s, 25 points away to get, it's probably a 1-to-1 at best. Not sure I really want it enough. Eddie, you play my music all the time? Appreciate that, Eddie. Thank you. I feel like if we do get the flush, I could, and then there's a kind of a reclaim of this. I could definitely trade the buy up to the long side too. I don't know who Big Daddy Max is, Fav. Gains Hunter, you think it'll sweep the lows on ES soon? I agree. Vix is looking pretty good for that. See if we can get the follow through again. It sucks being short, seeing a drop and then seeing a buy up wick. Always drives me nuts. Bounce here. My short, I was looking to get short. But no position. You've lost track which accounts you trade at this point. Hey, I lose track of my own accounts all the time. It's a bit much when I'm trying to try out all these different prop firms to have some first-hand experience trading them, and yeah, it's definitely a bit tough. Right now, focus right now is this Tradeify, taking it very slow to hopefully avoid crashing and burning like I did last time. Last time it was fun making $1,800 a day, $1,800 a day, $1,800 a day, and then you have a bad day and it's like minus 3,000 or whatever, Buy now for a scalp. I don't want to buy right here just yet. I kind of want to see if we're going to sweep lower first before I buy. As far as a sell, it's not a bad sell. It just feels a little dicey because we're potentially double bottoming on ES here. And of course, NAS has seen support here in the 20s. So I think waiting is a fine way to go about this. Again, much rather be flat on the day than in the red, of course. So. Well, this could be trouble for anybody short. I might get a little bit off here, off the lows here. It's not the worst long entry now, actually. Like Yo-Yo Boy was saying. Doesn't feel like the worst idea to me, honestly. I'd like to see VIX back off a little bit. Still at its highs. Am I familiar with GEX levels? Not really. That's with like options and stuff, right? Remember, I've seen some like screenshots of that stuff back in the day, but I haven't really looked at it in a long time. Bar shop's back. What's my lunch plan? I don't know. Maybe a sandwich or something? What'd you have for lunch? That's your dinner? Oh. Eggs is your buy scalp? I don't know, boy. I want to. I mean, obviously you do you. I feel like that's pretty good entry there. If we do get this kind of bounce to VWAP, something like that would be, man, that'd be a sick entry. Let's see here. That's the best trend line to watch. What color should this trend line be, guys? You have sandwiches with chips or something, or just good old sandwich? I've been like swapping chips for like carrots lately, which is not nearly as fun. But you know, just trying to be a tad healthier. Sky blue. I got that little cyan going there. I think that's pretty good. Close enough, right? Well, again, let's just see if we can hold for the long side. Just hold a little bit of a pullback and break through this trend line. If not, you know, maybe we would. Maybe we do get the sweep to new lows. I mean, ES looks like that seems a lot more plausible than NAS. NAS got a little bit bigger. It feels like a little bit bigger of a bounce. Maybe not, but let's just see what happens here. See if anything makes sense. This is the area I'm looking at to hold. What's mackerel? It's fish. I don't really like fish, but I've been trying to eat it more. You know, I had it in Iceland and it was awesome, but it's like they catch it in the morning and then they give it to you for lunch. All right. Should I try this long? I'm a little tempted to try this long. Someone talked me out of it. VIX is maybe a reason not to do it. Excuse me. Did FFN respond? Yeah, they did. They're like, let's do a call. And I'm like, oh, great. John, you don't see anything for a long now. No volume, high or low. No pace. Well, yeah, it's just kind of chopping around the lows, so. What's up, Ken? Some people got an early bag off the short move, off the open. I took one trade, break even. Not very exciting over here. Again, focus on patience today with the VWAP open. Sounds good, Parshav. Missed the face cam. Yeah, I feel like it'll be sorted by tomorrow. It's always been a little bit like finicky. I usually get it figured out. It's not just about starting and restarting a few times. All right, let's see if we can go for those lows now. ES, what is the 64s, is it? 63, I think. It's a good target for their ES. This wick right here. Definitely made it a little bit trickier to short if you're more of a scalper mentality. But that, man, these trend lines, they have been hitting pretty good. Should get the flush. Should happen. Target on Naz is down here in the 10s. Yeah, peak below and reversal. Andy, that's what I was thinking. I don't know if I should be thinking that, but that's what I am thinking. Yeah, it's 10 a.m. for me. Yep. I wonder if how off base it would be to buy down here. I do feel that urge. I feel like it could be a really good spot. But it is a bearish trend day so far, so I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Look for the level to hit. I guess ES came within like what, a tick? 2 ticks of the target. Maybe a little sweep past it. Nasdaq can hit 510s. Branislav, what's up? You just got into trading and everyone is saying technical analysis is BS and that day trading doesn't even work as a retail trader. Yes, of course they say that. Technical analysis works. The problem is it requires, in my opinion, it requires some interpretation that requires experience. And so, you know, you could pull up an indicator or whatever and it works sometimes and doesn't work other times. And you're like, well, what's the difference? Experience would tell you the difference usually. There's a target hit on both indices here. So personally, I am looking for a bounce, but I don't really have, you know, I need to see price action indicate that there's buyers down here. I think it could be a sick entry though. I might just do it and just because the risk reward is off the charts. I'm gonna do it, and then I'll, on a new low, pretty much I'll stop out. So really tight risk here. I just want to see if I can nab the low. Again, this is a pretty speculative trade. It's early. I don't have any confirmation that we're going to bounce here. So I'm very, very early into this trade. So it could very easily be a stop out. Just so you know. Do you think I just study price action and don't listen to Reddit and YouTube? Yes. You can listen, some YouTube is good. But it is very hard and takes years to get your head around, just so you know. So it's most people will fail at it, just so we're on the same page. But it is a skill that can be learned. Well, those levels are pretty key. If not for long entries, at least for short targets. That was a perfect hit. I really do wish I was able to catch that short, just because it was such a clean move to my target. This is a retest of previous lows now. We could see this continue down lower now. As we retest these lows, sellers may hop back in. Stop loss is only 3 points away from my entry. Sorry, no, 7 points away. I looked at the chart wrong. 7 points away from my entry, so risking 140 points, $140. Excuse me. My target right now is just like the swing high over here at 558.5. I could easily take profit earlier. Would not be surprised if I took profit closer to this trend line. Or, you know, if things are looking really good and I feel comfortable in it, VWAP. Or we reject right here and it comes to toss me out. That's completely feasible, reasonable. So far, my entry's looking really nice. I mean, it is a great entry. Whether I get the follow through to my take profit's another question. But hard to deny. 4 points off the lows as a long. Not bad. As we bounce about 15 points from my entry. So, again, still retesting the lows here. So, potential for another move lower, of course. I'll draw the trend line out on Trade-Evate here as well, in case we get that far. Does anyone else hate Trade-Evate trend lines? They always feel so like ugly and they don't snap usually. Maybe I gotta turn that on, but they're just so... The drawing system's so clunky compared to TradingView, Project X, you know. Yeah, Eddie, you agree with the Trade-Evate trend lines? Yeah. It's like there's always like a little delay after you click. I'm always like, it didn't work. And I'm like, oh, there it is. And then it's the default one is so ugly. I don't, it's just don't like it. Well, that buy worked really well, didn't it? uh, it's one of my best entries. The thing I've wanted to get better at is entries. A lot of my entries always feel late, and then it makes managing the trade a bit harder. But when you get in good, it makes having staying power in the trade so much easier. Like, let's say I'm wrong on this, and it comes 20 points back down, and then another 7 stops me out. Okay, I lose 7 points. I'm risking 7 points. Not really that big of a deal. Where if I entered up here now, because I didn't get in earlier, and I'm like, okay, yeah, subtrend, yeah, it could happen. I get in now, I'm risking, 30, 25 points. It's $500. That's a different story. Just in for one contract here, one mini. Like, there's, if you've ever been tempted to move to break even to protect yourself, which I do often, I don't really feel the need to when I enter so good. I don't feel so worried about my 7 points of risk. Also, if it comes back and double bottoms, or even puts in, just even a higher low right here, like it's right around my entry, not a big deal. I'm not really sweating too much. So I do right now. It's not looking so hot for me. VIX still staying really elevated. But let's see if we can just kind of hold here now and move on through this trend line up to VWAP. All right, let's see if we can hold this. Put in a higher low. All right, Partial, catch you later. We're just chilling here. See if we can get the move higher. What's up, Drac? How you doing? What's going on? Dan, do you make most of your money from YouTube or trading? Or both? Just YouTube and its associated revenue streams. That's how I've made a living last going on 8 years. What's up, Chesterfield? Come here, buddy. Good boy. Nice sweetie. Yeah, no, it's a good job. It's very fortunate to have that job. Well, getting smoked today. Yeah, I mean, if you didn't catch that first drop, it has been fairly choppy on our way lower. I'm just trying to be like ultra patient today. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Get a little bit of momentum. Break this trend line. Get our way on our way higher to VWAP. Okay, here's the trend line. See if we can break through this trend line. Not a terrible place to take profit. If I was in multiple contracts, I'd probably just take one off here. I'm looking for the break. Crazy bad P8 day. It's honestly, to me, it's better than I thought it would be. I don't necessarily love it, but I think there was some opportunity. Come on. Break and close through this trend line here. Do you ever think about taking profits and getting back in if price comes back? Yes. I don't know if I'd get back in, but it's not a bad place to take profit. But you know, if we really are, if we're putting the lows for the morning, I do not want to get out of this, you know? Yeah, thanks. I'm proud of that entry, honestly, because you know, historically I've not gotten, I don't normally pull the trigger that quickly. What's your take? Looks like your TP move. I don't, 558.5 is my current take profit. I don't mind a little rejection here at this trend line. In fact, I expect it, but I am looking for buyers to go ahead and want a piece of this and push us through it, push us through the trend line the next, you know, next 5 minutes, ideally. Trail to 517, not a bad idea. But, you know, again, I don't mind. What was the original TP? I don't think I moved the take profit. I believe I've always targeted this swing high. I don't think I moved it. On the tape back. I don't think I moved it. Excuse me. Well, it's a bit of a strong rejection at that trend line there. It does make me question whether it's going to get the break here in the next, you know, few minutes without coming back to my entry. Yeah, the trend line was pretty money. right, if this doesn't hold here, then I'm probably cooked on this, but if we can get a little bit from the buyers, I mean, they're really not showing up that well here. But if they do, we could get that trend line break and potential VWAP. But yeah, they're looking a little sad right now. So I think at this point, I will go ahead and move. You mentioned 517. I like 517, Jim. Makes sense. And I'll be covered there at break even. But either way, I'm very pleased with that entry, and that's something I would look to do more, is really hone my entries and just try to snipe them a little bit better, so it's a lot easier to manage risk. I use the heat map. Well, let's pull up the full view of the heat map. It begins to, you can easily go back and see what transacted where, who the aggressor was. And so it really makes things, like, for visual, I'm a very visual learner, and it really helps me to just be able to go back and see if there's any key levels where, you can see a little bit more depth than you can with the candlesticks. You can see, okay, well, like a seller keeps popping in here, and it's a lot easier to see absorption. And if you see like a lot of selling hitting the tape and you don't see that follow through, you can assume there's a passive buyer. They're absorbing all that selling, and then you could look for the less obvious move, which is maybe move to the upside, something like that. All right. A couple points from my stop here, right around break even. Buyers just really don't have any juice right now. Ever use Footprint? Yeah, I use Footprint every once in a while. All right, so stopped at break even. That trend line did hold. So still, honestly, I'm very pleased with that trade. I think it was a very good entry, and I mentioned taking profit there is not a bad idea. But if we break that trend line and move on to VWAP, then it's one of those things. In hindsight, it's obvious, and in the moment, you want to see it. You just kind of want to, with that kind of entry, I don't mind just kind of letting it ride a bit and really seeing if you can get more out of it. So I'm not really that upset about it. It's just sellers are just a bit too strong right now. So, but yeah. So what is it? $50 on the day after all that? Still, I was good analysis, and I executed on the analysis. So that's still feels like a win to me. And those are the kind of trades that can really pay. Sorry, just typing in my journal. I'm trying to get a little bit more disciplined about excuse me. Still have a cough from when I was sick. I'm trying to get more disciplined about writing in my journal and writing down my thoughts of why I got the trade, etc. So, like one of the reasons why I would be okay keeping my original stop loss of 7 points is if we do hold this as like the lows, you know, I don't have to worry about trying to get back in or anything. But after that rejection and just really the strength from sellers, I don't mind being out of this. So that's my thoughts there. All right. I think I might go ahead and call it a day. You know, ended up being pretty much a break-even day there. But I was happy with my analysis on both trades. Like I was looking for a pop to get short, and I did get the drop, and it was 4 points away from my take profit. And then here, you know, I was looking for the bounce, trying to get up closer to VWAP, and just didn't have the juice from buyers. So again, you know, break even. Obviously, there's a lot of money to be made by just trying to, you know, not targeting so far away. But in general, I'm very, very pleased with my entries. I think they were spot on. Just didn't get the follow through I wanted on either side of it. But I'll go ahead and head out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for a Wednesday stream. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in the Discord. Later.